Raj Medical Mission has been successfully providing free treatments and medicines for the past 16 years. Approximately 50,000 pilgrims are saved each year. 15 years of medical missions in Iraq, where in a span of just 10 days, more than 150 doctors from around the world provide free medical treatment to over 100,000 pilgrims, which is a Guinness Book mentionable event. Provision of medical, surgical, and blood donation camps in several cities in Pakistan. Network of Get Well charitable clinics in multiple cities in India. Helping villagers in war-torn Burkina Faso and Africa build clean water wells, schools, and clinics.
The ground package is not long now. The rapid is just happening. I've been told at 4 o'clock sharp they're running the automatic random selector, so your name may have been selected, but the names will only be announced at the end of the program. That's the catch. You have to stay here with us, inshallah. So the next person I'd like to invite is Sheikh Mirza Abbas. I believe he is here. Sheikh Mirza Abbas, who is the internal manager of Hawza Ilmiya of England. Also program leader of Hawza Studies in Islamic College of London. Is he still here?
Here at the Islamic College of London. So I'm extremely thankful to Sayyid. I'm extremely thankful to my mentor, to my Hajjama, may Allah protect him, Maulana Marufi Saab, and to Abai Kashmiri, to Hajjai Muswi, Hajjai Kashmiri as well, Abai Alimi, all of them. One of the things which is very important, I as a student of the Hawza, is the respect and honor of our scholars and the hierarchy that it exists. If a person goes to a Hawza and doesn't respect the marja'iyat, doesn't respect the hierarchy of the scholars, then this person has not learned anything from the seminary, from the Hawza of Ilmiya. For the success of our marajid, for the success of our scholars here and the leadership, recite one loud salawat ala Muhammad wa sallam. We could test the community on what level they are. The toilets are really clean, alhamdulillah. So a loud salawat for the brother who is continuously wiping the floor in the toilet. Salawat ala Muhammad wa sallam.
To listen to our honorable guests. 3 speeches and then my speech. Brothers and sisters, over a few weeks have gone, over a few months to put together this event. And there are many stalls out there that have worked day and night to put together this event for you. Just one organization, Al-Ain, has spent 600 to 700 million pounds in the past 10 years for the orphans, Aitam, Yatim, yes? In Iraq and now going into Afghanistan and other parts of the world. Imamia Medics International, for the past 30 years, if I'm not mistaken, their European president, their British president, and their global president also visited me. They are here. They have built many institutions. They provide many camps every year. Now they're building their first medical university in Karachi. There are many individuals and organizations that will be unjust for me not to mention each and every one. But I would like to now invite our next guest. He has been in this country for over 30 years. Originally, he was the representative of Marhum Ayatollah Masjid Muhammad Rada Musawi Al-Gulpagani, then also many other Maraji till date. Before he came to England, he was a very famous teacher in Qom for very high levels of studies from Maqasid. He speaks in many different languages. Today he is honoring us to speak for us for about 10 minutes. I would request that each one of the speakers, inshallah, stick to their time. Hazrat Hujjat Islam al-Sameen, Sheikh Ali al-Alimi, to come and speak for us on behalf of Majma Islami. Salawat.
respected guests, ulama from different centers and Syria and mosque from UK. Assalamu alaikum jami'an wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. First, I have to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us this chance to join this great gathering, which is, I would like to say, this is the unique one, that from all the different Marathi centers that ulama and brothers and sisters from gathering here. And this shows this big solidarity and unity of this Shia and follower and Abu himself. Then I thanks to the Mujlis-E-Ulama because they spend great effort really to create this really strong and beautiful Majlis. And also, we are approaching the martyr anniversary of our sixth Imam, Imam Jafaria Muhammad al-Sadiq, the Shaykh of our religion. I offer my condolences to his holy son, Hujjatul al-Hasan al-Mahdi, the promised Mahdi. May Allah hasten his appearance. And to all of you, respected ulama and brothers and sisters in Islam. The topic I have been asked to discuss about that, which is a very short time, and actually they gave me this 10 minutes. But I spend my time to study this subject, which is very important, the ruler of the resident alim and scholar in this country. It is very important and pressing subject for us because it's exactly directly belongs to us. What we can do and what is our duty in this life here, especially in the holy country. I studied the Holy Quran and the many Islamic tradition. I just can, in this time, very short, just give you address and some reference that we can later study or search about that. In the Holy Quran, we have 2 or 3 words that relate to this subject. The issue of the hidayat, the guidance, divine guidance. And the second issue, which relates directly to the guidance, is the importance and the value of the guidance. How is it important? And the second one, the word of invitation. In the Holy Quran, we can find many words that came with this word, and exactly most of the dimension of this word has been explained in the Holy Quran. In this issue, we have also the method of invitation. How, which method we have to choose to invite people to the name of Allah. And also, the important thing, the aim of the invitation. Why? What is the reason of that? We invite people to the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And I
would like to request the head of Islamic Center, Deputy of Ayatollah Sayyid Ali Khamenei, to come and speak for 10 minutes, as the time is short. Hazrat Hudud Muslimin Sayyid Hashim Musawi. Ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad salawat.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين. حبيب إله العالمين أبي القاسم مصطفى محمد. providing me this opportunity to be with you, esteemed brothers, sisters, and great scholars in this magnificent Majlis and gathering. I'm really thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I'm very happy that I have this chance to share with you some of my humble advice or suggestion which is driven from Quran and the Riwayah, and share with you, and inshallah all of us we will be able to enjoy all of these advice. As one of the motivation of this great Grand Assembly, this convention, is to discuss the performance and identify the challenges of our activities in our centers, and to see how is our activity. Are we doing well or not? Is there any shortcoming in our activity or not? Is there any problem or not? Are we doing in excellent way or not? This is one of the motivation of this gathering, to survey ourselves and to know how is our job. And this activity is not done, all of this activity will not be done by all the scholars, but some, as far as I know, some brothers who work with the community, like the managers or like the directors of the different scholars and different centers. So, because of this, I felt it is necessary to speak briefly about the role and characteristics of the true leaders from the perspective of the Quran and Riwayah. By aligning ourselves with the Quranic and traditional indicators, then we can evaluate our own competencies and qualification. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us a good quality, and we are qualified for this, we have to, and this is our responsibility to convey the message of Ahlul Bayt in a beautiful way. If we are able to do it, good. If we are not qualified enough to do it, first try to make ourselves qualified. If not, give chance to somebody else to do it, if he can do it better. Certainly, those who are identified as a leader of the community and take on responsibility in various areas of social life must possess a specific quality that enable them to be effective and provide the necessary service to the audience. Quran, the Holy Quran and the tradition mention some of these qualities and some of these characteristics of the true leaders. You, alhamdulillah, you are here. Most of you are the leader of your community in different cities. Either you are the Imam of your masjid, Imam of the Husseiniya, Imam Bara, or you are the director of your charities. So, in other words, all of you, you are the leader of your community. And you should know what is the best characteristics of the true leader by the Quran. The first thing which Quran openly mentions it, truthfulness and trustworthiness. This is one of the most important characteristics. The Holy Quran explicitly states
محمد صلى على محمد وآل محمد.
I have to find a speaker, and then after that I'll be speaking myself. A lot of centers have attended from across UK, and I would like to thank each and every one of you, but I would like to now invite the representative of Ayatollah Sistani حضرت الاسلام عثمین آغا سید مرتضیٰ کشمیری to come and speak for us. اب ہم درخواست کریں گے آیت اللہ سید علی حسینی سیستانی کے نمائندے جناب حضرت الاسلام عثمین آغا سید مرتضیٰ کشمیری سے کہ وہ تشریف لائیں اور خطاب فرمائیں. علی محمد و آل محمد صلوات.
وأتم التسليم على خاتم الأنبياء والمرسلين وحبيب إله العالمين سيدنا وقائدنا وطبيب نفوسنا وشفيع ذنوبنا أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد وعلى آله الغر الهداة الميامين الذين أذهب الله عنهم الرجس وطهرهم تطهيرا. السلام عليكم أيها المؤمنون والمؤمنات، وأخص بتحية إخواني العلماء وبقية المؤمنين والمؤمنات. أولاً أعزيكم بذكرى شهادة سادس أئمة المسلمين الإمام جعفر بن محمد الصادق صلوات الله وسلامه عليه. عرض تعزیت و تسلیت کرتے ہیں آپ مومنین و مومنات کے لیے چھٹے امام کی شہادت کی نزدیک سے. امید ہے کہ انشاءاللہ خدا تبارک و تعالی کہ ہم لوگ کو سب ان امام کو تابعین رہیں گے ہمیشہ. آیا ہم لوگ یا خواتین یا جمیع مومنین و مومنات. البتہ میرا اردو بھی کمزور ہے، وہ سب جو حاضرین ہیں اردو بولتے ہیں، کم بھی عربی ہے اور بعض بھی فارسی ہے. ابھی ہم ایسے مسائل کے اور ایسے مجالس سے اور کانفرنس سے حیران رہتے ہیں کہ کون سے لینگویج میں بولے کہ کم سے کم سب کو معرفت ہو گئی. الحمدللہ آغائے موسیقی و آغائے عالمی تو اپنے کو خلاص کیا، انگلش میں بول جاؤ، ختم ہو گئی ملکی مسائل. پھنس گئے ہم لوگ ابھی اس مسئلے میں. باقی انشاءاللہ امام صادق کے برکت سے انشاءاللہ سب چیز آسان ہوئے گا. پر محمد و آل محمد صلوات. خاص مسئلہ حضرت آیت اللہ سیستانی حفظہ اللہ امر ہم کو کیا ہے کہ اگر مؤمنین و مؤمنات سے ملاقات تمہاری ہوئی میرا سلام و دعا ان لوگ کے لیے پہنچا دو. تو آقا آپ لوگ کے لیے دعا بھی کرتے ہیں. ملاقات بازوار جو گئے ہیں نجف ان سے ملاقات کیا ہے، دیکھا ہے کہ یہ مسئلہ کو پہلی مسئلہ بیان کرتے ہیں کہ ہم دعا کرتے ہیں نماز فجر کا بعد ہر روز مومنین و مومنات کے لیے خدا ان لوگ کو آباد رکھے، ہر مشکل ان لوگ کے پاس سے ان کا حل کرے. وہ سب سبب ان لوگ کے ایمان زیادہ ہوئے. یعنی ہم لوگ بعض وقت فکر کرتے ہیں کہ مثلا لباس کا، کام کا، بزنس کا یا اولاد کا یا یہ، مگر سب سبب انسان کے لیے جو ہے ایمان. اگر خدا تبارک و تعالی آپ کو ایمان دیا یہ بہت بڑی اکاؤنٹ ہے انسان کے لیے. آیا مرد ہے، آیا لیڈیز ہے، آیا جوان ہیں, آیا جوانی ہے, جو بھی ہے. ولذلك دیکھتے خدا تبارک و تعالی بہت آیتوں میں ان الذین آمنوا المؤمنون والمؤمنات, اعمال جو ہے نماز کا روزہ, یا ایھا الذین آمنوا اقیموا الصلاۃ, سب ایمان کے طرف دیکھتے ہیں اللہ تبارک و تعالی توجہ دیتے ہیں. تو سب مومنین و مومنات وہ جو دعا نمائندے ایمان کے زبان سے آتا ہے کہ آپ کے لیے دعا کرتے ہیں کہ آپ کا ایمان زیاد ہوئے, یہ بہت بڑی مسئلہ ہے. ایسی ہی طرح آپ لوگ اپنا اولاد کے لیے, اپنا اہل بیت کے لیے, اپنے بھائیوں کے لیے, سب مومنین کے لیے پہلی دعا آپ کر لیجئے کہ خدا انشاءاللہ ان لوگ کے ایمان کو زیاد کرے. تو یہ دعا جو حضرت آیت اللہ کے طرف سے آپ لوگ کے لیے ہے, ایسی ہی سلام بھی آپ لوگ کے لیے بھیجتا ہے. وہ یہ بھی نہ سوچئے کہ آقا بیٹھے تقریباً 5-6 ہزار کلومیٹر آپ لوگ سے دور, آپ لوگ کو یاد نہیں کرتے. نہیں, یاد کرتے ہیں. ہماری طریقہ جو علماء کی ہے, ہمارے مراجع کی ہے, آیا سیستانی, آیا خامنائی, آیا خمینی, آیا برجردی, آیا جو بھی علماء ہے ہمیشہ مومنین کے ذکر میں ہے, وہ دعا کرتے ہیں. خدا انشاءاللہ ببرکت چھٹے امام کی ان دعاؤں کو ہم لوگ کے حق میں قبول کریں.
اور یہ پہلی مرتبہ ہوا ہے, ابھی یہاں پہ کنسٹرکشن کا کام جاری ہے. انشاءاللہ اگر آئندہ سال بھی خدا نے زندگی اور موقع دیا, یہ سلسلہ جاری رہے گا اور اس کو بہتر سے بہتر انداز سے انشاءاللہ ہم لوگ کرنے کی کوشش کریں گے. اور کوئی بھی کمیاں رہ گئی تو میری طرف سے انشاءاللہ معذرت قبول فرمائیں گے. اب میں آگا سید علی رضا رضوی صاحب سے گزارش کرتا ہوں کہ جو الحمدللہ ہمارے بزرگوار پریزیڈنٹ آغا محمد حسن حضرت اسلام المسلمین آغا محمد حسن معروفی صاحب, اور ان کے ساتھ وائس پریزیڈنٹ آغا سید علی رضا رضوی صاحب جو ہوئے رواں ہیں اس پورے جو کنونشن ہوا ہے, اس کے آغا صاحب انشاءاللہ تشریف لائیں گے. صلوات پر محمد علیہ.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والعاقبة لأهل التقوى واليقين, والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين خاتم النبيين بالقاسم محمد. وآله الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين, لا سيما بقية الله في الأرضين, روحي وأرواح العالمين لتراب مقدمه الكرم, واللعنة الدائمة على أعدائهم أجمعين من الآن إلى قيام يوم الدين. أما بعد, فقد قال الله الحكيم في كتابه الكريم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن هذه أمتكم أمة واحدة وأنا ربكم فاعبدون. صدق الله العلي العظيم. صلوات. First of all, I'd like to begin with thanking all the scholars, the representatives of all the centers, the partner organizations, my brothers and sisters that participated from 69 different cities today. In our registration we have مردم از 69 شهر در این روز تشریف آوردند. 69 different cities. We have 33 charities, businesses and organizations that have set a stall. I hope people visited the stalls. And we had 5 different workshops and we had 10 coaches from 7 different cities. The attendance today was almost the same, 50% men and 50% women. So my sisters and my daughters, they played a major role in attendance today. So only 7 men were more than the ladies. But with the talks, the ladies seemed 10 times more than the men. I really, from the bottom of my heart, all of my sisters, my daughters that attended today, on behalf of the President, on behalf of all the members of Mujlis-E-Ulama Shia, the Central Coordinator for Imamiya Council, Dr. Abbas Naqavi, and the entire team, my brothers, especially Mr. Razan, brothers Amir Satlan Kadami, they put together this event. All the great scholars, representatives of Maraji. What is the ultimate achievement of today's event? I know you've been here for many, many hours, especially the people who set off from Manchester, Bradford. I heard they left at around 7 a.m. in the morning. The people who drove from London, they arrived sometimes even late. The people that have come from far and wide, they've been on the road for about 10, 11 hours now. And they have another 4-hour journey to go back. I hope and pray that you can all just pay attention for the next 10 minutes before I conclude. I would like to also mention that we used to hold these conventions every year before Corona. And we stopped during coronavirus for 5 years, and this is the first event after 5 years. Every year we used to have this event. But it was never that we had 69 cities attend and over 100 organizations and Imam Bardas and charities attend. So far, the brothers from World Federation Co-Age organized, Islamic Center organized, Al-Khoy Foundation organized such events. But we never had the attendance of so many centers. So first of all, I'd like to thank you on behalf of Mujlis-E-Ulama, all the volunteers, and the Pakistani Indian community that you attended, and especially on behalf of Masjid-E-Ali Luton, who have hosted our event today, who made it possible for us to hold a great event. A number of things I very quickly want to touch upon. The most important thing is that we have to meet and greet each other every year. Mu'mineen, you know, there is a hadith that says along the lines, what makes the shaitan angry the most? And the hadith says that when a mu'min does not miss his fajr prayers, and when 2 mu'mineen shake hands with each other, shaitan starts beating himself that I wanted to keep them apart, and they have come together. What coronavirus did was it took all of our activities online, but we want to encourage that people and mu'mineen and mu'minat attend the Imam Bargas and Masajid and Islamic centers. Online you can gain knowledge, but you can never get the thawab and reward of attending the Masjid and Imam Barga, which is destined only when you come physically and attend. The barakat of this farsh azah, or this where the mu'mineen gather, this has special barakah, this has special unity, ittihad. This is the most important time for ittihad bainul mu'mineen. We all came to this ship on different boats, but we are now on this ship, so we have to cater for the needs of the entire community. So we have to be united. And the common language between all of us is English. We may have, but our Maraji have emphasized that we keep our languages, we keep our Urdu, we keep our Farsi and Arabic and all the languages, keep them. We hold majalis in our languages. But it is important that we cater for the need of the oncoming generation in English. So unity is one. That's the second point. And the need for unity is greater than ever before. Sometimes even to deserve human rights, you have to have white skin and blue eyes. Otherwise, people in Ukraine, when they're killed, people make noise. If 5-8 workers or 7-8 workers in Gaza are killed because they had white skin and blue eyes, the world says enough is enough. But if 40,000 Palestinians are killed, no one speaks. So it is important that we unite it, and we have one voice. We need a common platform. For that unity, we may need a common platform. We have our own Iraqi, Bahraini, Kuwaiti, Afghani, Irani, Indian, Pakistani platforms. We may have different political affiliations. We may have different taqleed. We may not even do taqleed, but we're all still followers of Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salatu wasalam. I hope you can bear with me, please. We know internally how divided we are, but when the enemies from outside look at us, they say, all Shias are united. All Shias are one. Only we know we are not. Let's live up to the challenge that our enemies have laid us, that all Shias believe in Aliyun Waliullah. They're all one. Let's be one. And every Shia matters. That is a slogan we gave 13 years ago. Every Shia matters. And that is not our slogan. That is a slogan of Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salatu wasalam. So there are asylum seekers that are coming to this country, which are Shia. We as a community should be providing for them. There are many students coming from abroad. There are many organizations, many faiths, many religions, many schools of thought have their own hostels and organizations that cater for the need of the students. Do we? I think we need to think on those lines. But the third and probably the most important point is education. Our sisters spoke, many brothers, many sisters, scholars emphasize on education. There are 200 Muslim schools in this country, over 200 Muslim schools. Everyone paying attention? Can I have my sisters also pay attention? This event is successful because of the sisters, because you all came. There are over 200 Muslim schools in the country, in this country. There's only one Shia school. We are the followers of Bab Madinatul Ilm, the gate to the city of knowledge. We need more schools. There should be one school in every large city. And inshallah, there are many brothers who are working on this initiative, and we will inshallah help them in every way possible to launch our schools. There is only one at the moment, which is run by Al-Khoi Foundation, As-Sadiq and As-Zahra. The boys' school is called As-Sadiq School, and the girls' school is called As-Zahra School. There's only one. We need a curriculum, we need a syllabus. The Catholics have their own. Our Khan Institute, yes, they have their own curriculum. There are so many I can give you examples of. The top British schools. Do you know there are 400 examination boards in Punjab of Pakistan? And all of them put together don't sell as many books as Oxford University curriculum sells in Pakistan alone. The 400 Pakistani boards don't sell as many books and syllabuses that in Pakistan Oxford alone sells. They sell for 20 billion rupees every year. Yes? Oxford University sells. There are many, many aspects, but education is one of the most important aspects. Our children's education is very important. My brother was saying that here they want to start a school, and there are many other institutions across England that they want to start schools. We are willing to partner with you, inshallah. There are many brothers who are willing to help on that initiative. Education is very important. Women empowerment. We may get a lot of criticism for having a sister on the panel and having a sister for a speech. Everyone paying attention? If the sisters pay attention to this point. The government, the British government carried out a survey and they said 70% of our Muslim centers from our Sunni brothers did not allow the women to enter the Masjid or they don't have Imam Hussein. Centers, yes. More than 70% of the centers did not allow women to enter. And when they carried out a survey on the Shia centers, 100% of the Shia centers allowed women to come and attend. Where do you think that comes from? That comes from Fatima Zahra Salamullahi alayha. Zainab Kubra Salamullahi alayha. We are the followers of such great ladies. We revere them after the Holy Prophet the most. Each one of the 12 Imams showed special respect to Fatima Zahra Salamullahi. Can you imagine? We follow such a lady. And hence we have a place for, so we need to empower our women. They have their own committees, their own majalis. And the teachers of our madaris, please listen to this point, brothers now. Who are the best teachers? Unfortunately, women and not men. I say that unfortunately because most of the teachers in the Shia community are men. But it has proven through United Nations and also through Catholic schools that women make better teachers because they are mothers, they have more patience. Yes? Our madaris, men will never make good teachers, they don't even come. Sisters are teaching, please empower them and bring more sisters as teachers so you have the madaris that one. Sunday madrasas and Saturday madrasas I'm talking about. Secondly, for teachers as well. If we have full-time schools, our sisters would make a great contribution to becoming teachers. Last point I want to make, I had a whole list and each one of the scholars sent me a whole list that can you mention this, can you know? So there are so many points that I have not missed. Well, I have missed to be honest. I did not bring my glasses. Now, finally, brother was mentioning that there is a British organization, Muslim organization. I was about to mention the name, I will not mention the name. They charge you £6,000 for providing standards and management of the schools. Mujlis-E-Ulama is only charging for the photocopy £20. Yes? And there is a lot of hard work that has gone into producing these documents. Please download them and see the amount of work we've done. These are now requirements by the government, by the charity policies and procedures. And if you just look at them, you will know. Previously, in all of the conventions before Corona, I said the policy of the British government is not to close down the centers. If they want to do, they will close you down on health and safety and many, many issues, policies, procedures. Now, follow the guidelines that we have worked very hard to produce. What we can do, we have a lot of volunteers and we need more volunteers. What we can do together, we need to become a community. At the moment, we are individuals and we are centers. Did everyone follow that? We are individuals and we are centers. We need to become a community. Inna hadhihi ummatukum ummatan wahida. We need to become a community. If there is a problem in a center, that we should all feel the pain that they are lacking something. If there is an issue somewhere, we should feel the pain of our brothers and sisters in Gaza, in Iraq, in Afghanistan, in Kashmir, anywhere. Even if there is a brother in Africa, in a jungle, but he says, Aliyun Waliyullah. He's our brother in Iman. We have responsibility towards him or her. That is a requirement of Imam Sadiq. And hence our today's convention, it is Jafaria convention. I know I had said 15 minutes and my 15 minutes have ended, but within a minute I would like to conclude. A group of people from South Iraq came to Medina and said, Mawla, we are all your Shias in our village. He said, all of you? He said, yes. He said, can the poor people reach the pocket of the rich and take what they deserve in your village? He said, no, Mawla, that doesn't happen. He said, do the poor people come uninvited to the rich and say, can we eat? He said, well, that doesn't happen. So he mentioned a list of things. He said, then how do you call yourselves our Shia when you don't have access to each other? Materialism must not get to us. We must live up to the standards of Ja'far ibn Muhammad al-Sadiq alayhi salatu wasalam. There are many things to be said. I have taken a lot of your time. I would like to, in conclusion, there are announcements for 5. We wanted to originally had said 4, but then we said, for the sake of Ashab Islam, we have 5 announcements, 5 people who will be sponsored by one of the organizations to go to Ziyarat. Inshallah, so they will be giving you grant package, so they will now announce. But if the person's name is announced and they're not here in the hall, then we will announce another name, because that was one of the conditions from the beginning. So I'd like to invite Brother Amir Faklan. And Agha Kashmiri wanted to say something for 2 minutes to the brothers Iranians and the Arabs. And do we still have Iraqi, Arab and Iranian brothers? Can we have a show of hands? We have 4. Okay, so inshallah we will now invite and conclude. Before the dua of Sahabu Zaman, I would like to invite Brother Amir Faklan to conclude and announce who are the brothers.
Before we announce the winners of the raffle,
کاش میں دور پیمبر میں اٹھایا جاتا، کاش میں دور پیمبر میں اٹھایا جاتا، باخدا قدموں میں سرکار کے پایا جاتا، کاش میں دور پیمبر میں اٹھایا جاتا، ساتھ سرکار کے غزوات میں شامل ہوتا، ساتھ سرکار کے غزوات میں شامل ہوتا، ان کی نصرت میں لہو میرا بہایا جاتا، کاش میں دور پیمبر میں اٹھایا جاتا، ریت کے ذروں میں اللہ بدل دیتا مجھے، ریت کے ذروں میں اللہ بدل دیتا مجھے، پھر مجھے راہ محمد میں بچھایا جاتا، کاش میں دور پیمبر میں اٹھایا جاتا، خاک ہو جاتا میں سرکار کے قدموں کے تلے، خاک ہو جاتا میں سرکار